really sorry this video is really late, but better late than never, I guess. This is gonna be my 1-month postpartum update. Grayson is 1 month old today. I can't believe time has just been going by so fast, and I haven't had a chance to make a video for you guys, and I'm sorry about that. But here it is. So first of all, just a general, I'll just talk about general things. I mentioned in one of my videos that I was going to have a labor coach, but if you watch my labor and delivery video, I didn't because I had a very quick labor and I didn't really have a chance to get anyone there. And my mom was supposed to be in the delivery room. She didn't end up getting to the hospital in time because she lives 2 hours away, and Nathan's mom, by the time we called her, she wasn't even at the hospital by the time I went into labor either. So it was just me and Nathan there, and I was scared, but at the same time I was okay with that, and it kind of made me feel like, sorry, I have little hairs sticking out. Okay. It kind of made everything just more intimate between me and Nathan, and I really enjoyed that, I guess. And I waited a long time before I went to the hospital because my contractions weren't consistent, but maybe if I didn't wait so long, they would have been able to make it, but I just didn't know it was a real thing. Because, like I said before in my other videos, I had a lot of false alarms before it was actually time. In the past month, the things that we used the most were definitely diapers. He goes through a ton of diapers, and I find that you just think that he's done using the bathroom and you go to change him and he'll poop again right after he gets his new diaper on, or sometimes as you're changing him he'll poop on you. It was worse in the first week. He doesn't really do it as much anymore, but yeah, he doesn't like to get it all out at once. So diapers are definitely the most used item. In the hospital, I definitely loved having my nursing pillow. I'm getting used to nursing without the pillow, but it was a lifesaver, and I still use it all the time, and he sleeps in it so he doesn't fall off the couch and stuff. If I'm out on the couch and stuff, he always likes to be beside me because he's a huge mama's boy, so if I need to put him down for a second, the nursing pillow definitely helps. And we were using Huggies newborn diapers with the umbilical cord cutout thing, and they leak a lot, I found. And so we went through a lot of clothes in the first month too, and we aren't using those anymore. We just use them until his umbilical cord fell off because I liked them. I'd rather clean up a mess than have anything happen with his umbilical cord kind of thing. As far as breastfeeding goes, he had a perfect latch in the hospital, and he still has a great latch. I'm still breastfeeding, and he's a month old today. And anything else to do with breastfeeding and stuff, I do pump, and I've been pumping since I got home from the hospital. And sometimes I get pain or a leak, and I find that if I'm nursing on one side, I'll leak on the other side. It's really weird, so I usually try and pump at the same time when I'm feeding if I'm gonna pump, because it comes out a lot faster that way. What are you doing? Hope he just opened a cupboard. So yeah, other than that, I'll go into just things about him. When he was born, he had huge hands and huge feet and a ton of hair. His hair is starting to thin out, and he still hasn't quite grown into his hands and feet yet, but he is growing a ton. We took him to the doctor when he was born. He was 6 pounds 6 ounces, and he dropped down to 6'4" in the hospital. And when he was 3 weeks old, we took him to the doctor, and he was 7 pounds 12 ounces. So he gained like 1.5 pounds already in the first 3 weeks, and I haven't taken him to the doctor this week, so I'm not sure how much he is, but I'm guessing around 8 or so pounds. When we got him home, he had dry skin everywhere for the first little while, like not as soon as he was born, but a few days later. So we just put lotion on him and it went away, and it was fine. He lost his umbilical cord in chunks. Like, I know a lot of people, they get it all falls off at one time, but he lost part of it when he was 12 days old and the other part when he was 15 days old. And he's really strong. Like, he'll stand up by himself. If you hold him under his arms, he'll push himself up with his legs, or sometimes he'll try and jump, so you can like jump with him with your hands. And he's been doing that since about a week old, I think. So he's really strong. He started rolling over when he was 2 days old, and he lifted his head as soon as he was born, but now he can lift it up for about a minute at a time. He loves taking baths. His bed schedule is still a little bit all over the place. I was trying to get him in bed between 10:30 and 11 each night, but that hasn't been working. I put him to bed. Whenever he starts falling asleep at night, I'll put him in bed, but he'll usually wake up a few times until around 1 or 2 o'clock. Around 1 or 2 o'clock, he usually can sleep through the night, or sleep until 4. Like, he was waking up at 4:30 every morning, but he can pretty much sleep through the night now. Sometimes I co-sleep, because where I'm breastfeeding, I sometimes fall asleep before he falls asleep. So if I'm co-sleeping, he'll sleep through the whole night and not wake up until Nathan goes to work in the morning. And then I'll feed him and he'll go back to bed, and he usually sleeps until about like 12 or 1 in the afternoon, so that's good for me. Yeah, other than that, when he was first born, the first night he had me up 16 times, the second night 10 times, the third night 6 times, and like, he's just been doing better. Sometimes he has some off nights, but usually he only wakes up like once or twice through the night, if at all. And when he's in his own, like in his bassinet, or when we go to Nathan's mom's, he goes in a crib, and the last night that we were at his mom's, he slept the whole night through in his crib. So he's doing a lot better for sure. Sorry. Other than that, I did start him on bottles last week, because last weekend Nathan and I had our wedding reception, and there was a lot of people around and stuff, and I had a really difficult time getting my dress on and off because the zipper would stick, and I couldn't just flip it down. So I started bottle feeding him so that he would be ready for the weekend, and he did great right away. I tried him on 3 different kinds of bottles so far, and he's taken all of them, but he kind of spits out a little bit sometimes. But other than that, he's great. He doesn't cry very often unless he needs something, and sometimes he just wants to be cuddled, but he's a pretty good baby in general, and I couldn't be happier, and I couldn't have asked for a better baby. It makes me want to have more so bad, but at the same time, I know that I was a really good baby and my sister was the complete opposite of me, so I'm hoping that if we do decide to have more, that they're not like night and day. Like, I would love to have like 10 babies just like him. He's great. So about me, I was mentioning before that I was not so concerned about losing my weight, but I was I didn't think that I was going to have my pre-pregnancy body back right away. I don't have my pre-pregnancy body back, but I did lose like a lot of fat, I guess. My weight actually took longer to come off than my belly did, and I was really surprised about that. But at the same time, everything came off really fast. I'm not sure if I'm down to I don't think I'm down to my pre-pregnancy weight yet, but I am happy with the way that I am. I still have a little bit of loose skin, but it's not as bad as I expected it to be. I'm healing great. I actually called my doctor at 2 weeks postpartum and asked her when I was allowed to go swimming and ride horses, and she laughed at me because she said that I shouldn't want to that fast. I did have stitches, but they're all internal, so I'm not sure if they're gone yet or not, but I've heard that they should be gone around now. I'll find out for sure what's going on at my 6-week appointment, but I feel fine. I felt fine pretty much since I had them. I stopped bleeding. My skin did get really, like, around like here when the first couple weeks got really super itchy and dry. And my IV site I showed you in my last video, my labor and delivery video, but it ended up going from here to here, and it was a huge bruise, and it was like black and blue, and it was horrible. And I used to like go to the stores and stuff, and people would stop me and be like, "Oh my God, what happened? Are you okay?" and stuff. But I'm fine. And my energy levels have been, the first couple days I really expected to be drained completely, but at the hospital I ended up staying up, like I had him at 6 in the morning, 6:27, but I didn't sleep that whole day before, and then so when I had him I never slept until like 2 o'clock in the morning that night. I just didn't get tired. I guess the adrenaline kind of was pumping through me and stuff, so that's good, I guess. And then the first week, I think I might have taken one nap all week. I just haven't been as tired as I expected to be, but after like the second week, I started getting a little tired. I'll have naps here and there, but like I said, he usually sleeps in really late, so if I was tired, I could just sleep in with him, and everything's good. Other than that, I don't know what else to really say. I tried to keep it as quick as possible. I know a lot's happened in a month, so I'm sorry I waited this long to make an update, but I'll try and get one up next week, but I don't know if I will, but I'll try for sure for a 6-week update after I go to my appointment and find out how all that stuff's going. So yeah, I will show you my belly and then I'll show you him. So this is from the front after a month, and from the side, and with the shirt up, and yeah, so I still have like this part is really squishy right here, like this right here is just skin, but I always had a little bit of fat there, so whatever if it doesn't go away, but I'd like it to go away a little bit. I haven't done any exercise yet, so hopefully once I start to actually try and get in shape, I'll get in shape. But for being a month postpartum, I've pretty much looked like this since about 2 weeks. So I'm really happy with how that went. And and one other thing, how I had that, the stretch mark on my belly button. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my belly ring back in because it's so thin now that I'm scared that it would just rip right out. But I don't really care. I might get it re-pierced someday. I might not. I don't know. And I did get a couple more stretch marks. Like right here I have some. I don't know if you can see with this camera or not. And then I have one right here. And I have a bunch on my legs. that didn't come until after I had him. So yeah, I'll show him to you now. Come here, buddy. He's sleeping. So yeah, like I said, he still has a ton of hair in the back, but the top is definitely thinning out a lot. So he looks drunk. This is Brayson. What's wrong? He makes a lot of sounds. And yeah, he's like this big. He's growing so fast, and I can't believe how big he's getting already. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, I will talk to you guys for my next update, and I'm sorry, and I hope it won't take this long to get it posted next time. Talk to you later. Bye.